Hello, this is John Achin, and welcome to see me here in Istanbul, not Constantinople, because it's Istanbul, and that's nobody's business but the Turks. And so let's just remember that as we're here on a series I call, Where in the World is John Achin? No, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's already taken. And that's common San Diego. All right, well, we are here in Istanbul. This is part of a new series where I just go random places and talk to you, because that's what I do. I like to see what's going on in the world. And I said, you know what? Turkey is where we need to go. And next week, who knows where that will be. But this week, we're in Turkey. And as always, here on my channel, we always have a beer. And I asked if they had like Budweiser, but they were sold out. So what we got instead was the EFES Pilsner, which is made right here in Turkey. It's made around the world as well, but it was created right here in Turkey. And as always, I mean, I can drink it out of a bottle, are we? I'm not an animal. So the EFES Pilsner, oh God, I'm really pouring this amateur style. Oh, there it is. Beautiful, it's beautiful. I've had a few of these throughout the trip so far. It's a lager. It's a very tasty lager. I'll give it an okay plus. It's okay, a little bit better. We got good flavor though. Right there. So EFES Pilsner, give it a try from Turkey. All right, so you're probably thinking, you know, John, you seem to have such a glow to you. It looks like potentially you were assaulted in an alleyway and beat up or something like that. And both of those, the youthful glow is true, no alleyway. But here in Turkey, besides seeing mosques and museums and cisterns and Turkish people, you also, and there's a mosque behind me that you really can't see because it's really, really bright out and I'm under an umbrella because it's a lot cooler right here. But apparently there's a thing called a Turkish bath. And so myself partaked in a Turkish bath today, and I want to tell you a little bit about that experience. Just trust me, it's all PG. The whole story is PG, and quite an interesting experience. You go in and you choose the level of service. So it ranged from like 20 lira all the way up to like 100 lira, and we chose like right in the middle, which I guess is the amount of services you get. The higher end, you can get like a massage or something out of the deal. But so you walk in, and they tell you to go upstairs, and this shirtless man, not sure why he needed to not have a shirt on, but he didn't. And since I don't speak Turkish, the extent of communication throughout this entire experience was nothing but grunts and points and hand signals of some sort. So I was pointed towards a room where I was instructed to change into a towel-like device. And I have something similar. Basically this, you wrap around yourself, and then you are directed to go and shower, because the place is very clean. And then you're directed into a large room with like sinks and water sources all around it, and a big round stone table, about, meter or so off the ground. And then you lay on that. And then at some point, I'm not sure of the name of the person, but they come in and get you, and they direct you to lay down on this, and they proceed to scrub you. And scrub, I want to think of like what you would do to a pan that was really caked with something that you had burned on it. That's the experience of scrubbing. At some point, the gentleman lifted up his hand and showed me the rag, and it was like 10 layers of my body on there. So that was appetizing. But so that happened for a while, and then he comes back and soaps you up and scrubs you again. And then you're taken into another room, at which point he washes your hair and kind of beats on you a little bit. And I think most of my hair is still intact. And then you go back in the room with the big stone table to lay there and think about just the poor choice you've just made, going to a Turkish bath. But the room is just beautiful. I mean, it's really, really hot in there, very humid. And when you look up at the ceiling, it's just a huge dome with all these like round kind of like skylights in it, probably 50 of them, just skylights up in there. So it's quite beautiful, and you hear water running. And then when you're done, I mean, you can lay there as long as you want, but when you've had enough, I add, and you go back up to your little room, which is where all your stuff is. By the way, you do have a key, you get to lock the door and everything like that, so your stuff is safe. And you change, and then the shirtless man instructs you that you need to tip, as well as squirt something in your hand that you're supposed to wipe over your face. And that's that. So that's the Turkish bath experience. So definitely something that if you come to Turkey, you must take a part of, because truly, truly, truly memorable. Well, there you go. Thank you so much for tuning in on the World Traveler edition of the John Otchin channel, and thanks for watching. Tune in next time for another destination that should be equally as enjoyable. Right, I did not mention the buckets of water. I just really felt like I was being waterboarded. Ah. But I don't know what, I've only had it described to me, waterboarding. So it was a waterboarding that you paid for.
That's it.
Lying upon the beautiful stone slab while being waterboarded
I felt like I was in the Parthenon.
for 90 Turkish lira.
It was like being in the Parthenon.
So why don't they do the bath in the Parthenon?
There you go.
They should do that. They should do baths in the Parthenon.
So I would recommend